How's it going, guys? It is I, Anepita, and today we're continuing the playthrough of Doki Literature Club. Well, we're just continuing where we left off last time, so let's just get into it. I'm just gonna choose what I want. Shame, feather, bubbles, hurt, memories. Why do I choose? Oh, that's captive, agonizing, broken. No. Tragedy. Let's see if I can start over because we want to go for Yuri. Is there not an autosave? Oh, bruh. Oh well. Roast will embrace love, puppy. Uncontrollable. Hopeless. Whisper. Okay, cool. Melancholy. Climax. Yeah. Yeah, that's the one. Crimson. Misery. Together. Crimson. Destiny. Anger. Summer. Bouncy candy. Misery. Okay. This girl is fucking dying soon. Disoriented. Determination. So I just need to choose words that sound big. Yeah. Okay, no, that's not the one. Extra. Fuck. Massacre. Imagination. Suicide's this one, right? No, it's cool. Philosophy. Yeah. Unstable. Sadness. Intellectual. Yeah. And last one is this one because it's a big word. Yeah. Another day passes the club meetings already. Got a little more comfortable for the past weeks entering the club room. The usual scene reads, "Hi in the time. Yo, Sayori, looks like you're in a good mood today." I'm just still not used to being in a club, that's all. I see. That's a pretty simple thing to get you're in a good mood. Well, I guess it's always the simple things with you, anyway. Speaking of which, I'm kind of hungry. Will you come with me to buy a snack? No thanks. It's not like you at all. I have my reasons. Why don't you take a look at your purse, Sayori? What's that all of a sudden? No reason, really. I just wanted you to look at it. Sayori nervously retrieves a coin purse. She fumbles with the latch and gets it open. Then she turns it upside down and lets the contents spill onto the desk. It's only 2 small coins fall out. I knew it. I can see right through you, Sayori. That's not fair. How did you even know? It's simple. If you had enough money in the first place, you would have bought a snack before coming into the classroom. So either you're not hungry and wanted an excuse to take a walk, or you planned to conveniently forget that you spent all your money so that I would lend you some. But there's one more thing. You're always hungry, and so that only leaves one option. I'll give up. Don't make me feel guilty. If you feel guilty, that means you deserve to feel guilty. Yuri suddenly giggles. I didn't notice that she was listening in. Her face is in her book as always. I wasn't listening or anything. I was just something in my book. Yuri, tell Neptune to let me borrow some money. Don't get me involved in that, something like that. Suckery, or whatever name is. Besides, you should only buy what you can responsibly afford. And frankly, after putting mischievous little stuff like that, suffering is for fair enough retribution. I just, I didn't mean that. I got too absorbed into my book. I really like when you speak your mind, Yuri. It doesn't happen much, but it's a fun side of you. There's no way you could think that. You were right, though. I did something bad, and now I have to accept my revolution. Whatever, retribution. That still coming from you, Sayori. I guess there's a little devil inside all of us, isn't there? Don't let her fool you. Sayori knows exactly what she's doing. After all, she told you guys she was bringing me to the club before she even told me. But you would have come if you weren't for the cupcakes. So I had to trick Natsuki into making them. Come on, give me more credit than that, Sayori. What the fuck? What? Out of nowhere, something smacks Sayori in the face and tumbles onto the desk. Ow! What was that? A cookie? Sure enough, a giant cookie wrapped in plastic. Sayori glances around. Is it a miracle? It's because I paid my retribution. Actually, that one almost worked. I was just gonna give it to you, but then I heard you blab about the cupcakes. I was totally with seeing your reaction, although, Natsuki, that's so nice of you. I'm so happy. So Sayori hugs the cookie. Geez, I can eat it. Sayori rapidly tears open the wrapping and takes a big bite. So good. Sayori suddenly clamps her hands over her mouth. I bit my tongue. You're going through a lot over just one cookie. Natsuki bites a bit of the cookie. Yeah, yours really good too, Natsuki. Can I try it? Jeez. Beggars and can't be choosers, but yours is chocolate. Yeah, why do you think I gave you that one? Fine. Still, I'm really happy you shared this one with me. Sayori gets out of the seat and goes behind Natsuki, then wraps her arms around her. Oh jeez, I get it. Cookie still in hand, Natsuki reaches up and nudges Sayori off of her. Oh my. Sayori suddenly leans down and takes a bite out of Natsuki's cookie. Hey, did you seriously just do that? Mouthful. Sayori trots away to safety. Yuri and I laughed as well. Jeez, you're such a kid sometimes. Monika, can you tell Sayori? Natsuki glances around. Monika's in the club room. Where's Monika anyway? Good question. Have any of you heard anything about her being late today? No, not me. Yeah, I haven't either. That's a bit unusual. I hope she's okay. Of course she's okay. She's probably just had something to do today. She's pretty popular after all. You don't think she has a... I wouldn't be surprised. She's probably more desirable than all of us combined. That's not true. Excuse me? Suddenly the door swings open. Sorry, I'm super sorry. There you are. I didn't mean to be late. I hope you guys weren't worried about me or anything. Monika chooses the club over her boyfriend after all. You're so strong-willed. Boyfriend? What on earth are you talking about? Monika quizzically glances at me. Never mind that. What held you up anyway? Well, my last period today was a study hall. To be honest, I kind of just lost track of time. Aha. That makes no sense though. You would have heard the bell ring at least. I must have not heard it since I was practicing piano. Piano? I wasn't aware you played music as well, Monika. I don't really. I kind of just started recently. I've always wanted to learn piano. That's so cool. You should play something for us, Monika. Monika looks at me. Maybe once I get a little bit better, I will. Yay. That sounds cool. I also look forward to it. Is that so? In that case, I won't let you down. In time, Monika smiles at me sweetly. I just smile sweetly. I didn't mean any pressure or anything like that. Don't worry. Let me just set up a bit. I've been practicing a lot recently. and I really love the chance to share once I'm ready. I see. In that case, best of luck. Thanks. Nothing. I thought this is supposed to be a horror or something game, but so far it's just a fan game for fucking anime nerds. So I didn't miss anything, did I? Not really. I chose to leave Sawari's mischievous escaped. I'm sure Natsuki will end up complaining to her anyway. It looks like everyone has already settled down. Sawari somehow already finished the entire cookie. Yuri is back to her book and Natsuki disappeared into the closet. Alright, hey Yuri. Uh, I suddenly noticed that Yuri is reading a different book from the one we've been reading together. Sorry, didn't mean to interrupt. Oh no, I was kind of just waiting for you. And if that's the case, why don't you go ahead and get started? Yes, let's. Actually, I have a request. Do you mind if I make some tea first? Not at all. Thank you very much. If there's one thing I can do is can make my reading time here any better is a nice cup of tea, not to mention for yourself as well. Yuri stands up and makes her way to the closet. I follow and watch as he retrieves a small water pitcher from the shelf, the kind with a filter inside. Can you hold this for me for a sec? Sure. Yuri hands me the water pitcher and also fetches the electrical kettle. I'm going to plug this in the teacher's desk and then we'll get some water. She walks past me and sets the kettle down on the teacher's desk. I simply watch over her movements. To my surprise, the way she moves really contrasts her speaking and mannerism, especially because of her long legs. Yuri appears arrogant and methodical. I think I don't read that. Okay, may I have the water pitcher? Thanks, I'll be right back. I might as well walk with you. Yeah, why not? Shall we go then? Yeah. Where are you two off to? We just Yuri was going to make some tea, so I suddenly realized how weird it sounds to explain this to Monica. We're just filling the water pitcher. Oh, okay. Sorry, I was just a bit curious. That kind of one person job, isn't it? That's Monica, please mind your own business for once. Or do you want me to tell me there's something wrong with helping involve Nectine in the club activities? My mouth gapes. I suppose there's nothing wrong with that. Then let's go. Nectine. Wow, she's got a bit of spunk for some reason. Oh, oopsies. There we go. Alright, we're back. He quickly exits the room and I follow. Once in the hallway, I suddenly put her forehead against the wall. I spoke without thinking. How could I say something like that, Yuri? I just, something about the way she said that, it made me feel so irritated. What's wrong with me? No, Yuri. I think you did the right thing. I wasn't expecting it, but it's also not right for Monica to judge people like that. Next time, how come even when I do something bad, you're being nice to me? Because nothing that you do is as bad as you make it seem in your head. Nobody's perfect. We have emotions and we can't always hide them. Anyways, but you always amplify things in your head. Your mind turns a light rain shower into a hurricane. No, wouldn't you hate me if something as terrible as that? Why would I hate you? I can't hate someone for having emotions. What kind of friend would I do that? Friend, you say? Uh, you lifts her head. Neptune, I really like being friends with you. Thanks, Yuri. I like being friends with you too. I feel kind of awkward saying something like that, but I'm doing the best to help Yuri feel better. Anyway, yeah, shall we go? Yeah. Yuri and I walked to the nearest water fountain. Once we filled up the water pitcher, we returned to the classroom. Neptune, do you like oolong tea? Oh yeah, anything's fine. Very well. Yuri sets the temperature in the kettle to 200 degrees. Now it's time to get the teapot. You really do this properly, don't you? Of course. I shouldn't do anything any less when I'm making tea for others, even if I'm not an expert at tea or anything. In that case, you'll only be even more impressed. Perhaps I will. Yuri fetches the teapot and begins measuring the tea leaves. To my surprise, she even starts humming a little to herself. You must be in a good mood now. Is that so? I was letting it show. And you noticed. I was doing a bit of thinking, and I decided that I would try expressing myself a little bit more. It turns out it's not very hard for me to do when it's you who's around anyways. That's great, Yuri. Just don't push yourself too much. You're always worrying about me next time. It's very endearing. That Yuri wasn't kidding. I don't even know if I can keep up with this. I watch Yuri pour a cup of tea for each of us. Next time, I have another request. Do you mind if we sit on the floor today? Why is that? It's a little bit easier on my back. I can read with my back against the wall rather than bending over at the desk. Oh, sorry, I didn't realize. No worries. I just have a back pain very regularly, so I do my best to manage it. Is that so? I wonder why that is. It's most likely because of my your posture, right? Anyways, uh, hunched over like that while reading. Yes, I have terrible reading posture, so that's why I should sit on the floor. Fair enough. I'll go ahead and get the book. I retrieve the book from the bag. Oh, I have some chocolate as well. The bag of small chocolate candies that I keep hidden from Sayori's candy radar. I take it since it'll go well with tea. Yuri and I sit against the wall, teacups at our sides, as if in sync. We assume the reading position as last time, each holding half of the book. Except this time, our bodies are even closer to each other. I can't see too well. Yuri slides closer until her shoulders are touched. How am I supposed to focus reading like this? It's just, this guy's a real nerd. Fuck. Yuri was always kind of cute, but when she's being less appreciative, it's almost more than I can handle. Your teacup? Yuri hands me my teacup. Holding it with my hand and not holding the book, I end up in a position that makes it even harder to focus. Because now I need to worry about making sure not to accidentally touch her chest. Meanwhile, Yuri hasn't noticed a single thing. She wears an intense reading expression, and I can only presume the world around her has faded away. I use all my willpower to focus on reading. After a few minutes, I finally manage to relax a little. I put the teacup between my legs and fumble with the chocolate wrap. Ah, sorry. I briefly let go of the book to finish opening the wrapping. You can have as much as you want. Ah, that's okay. I won't take any. Are you sure? Well, if I touch it, then it might get smudged on the paper. Oh, you're right. I didn't think about that. My bad. No need to apologize. I'll hold the book, okay? Are you sure? Of course. Yuri opens the book with both hands. She holds uh, it so it doesn't have any harder of a time reading from it. But as a result, my left arm practically resting on top of my leg. Well, in that case, Yuri is already focused on reading again. I take a chocolate candy and pop it into my mouth. Then I take another chocolate and hold it up to Yuri. She doesn't even look away from the book. She simply parts her lips as if the situation was completely natural. But that means I can't stop here. I apprehensively place the chocolate in her mouth. Just like that, Yuri closes her lips, move over. Yuri's expression suddenly breaks. did, did I just... Yuri looks at me like she needs to confirm what just happened. That's cute. Next time? Sorry, I guess I shouldn't have done that. Well, you were just helping. That's something that friends do, right? I mean, not really in this kind of context, but yeah, that's all it was. Well, then you don't need to stop or anything, I see. And the situation has gotten really tense. Yuri tries to attend to the book, but I can tell just by expression that even she can't focus now. My heart is pounding. I nervously take another piece of chocolate between my fingers, and this time Yuri's eyes meet mine. How did it come to this? Yuri doesn't avert her gaze. I notice her chest rising and falling in rhythm of her breaths. I raise my arm. Like before Yuri parts her lips, but it's different this time. I take the chocolate and I place it in her mouth. I feel her hot breath on my fingers. Okay, everyone. Uh, Yuri jolts. It's time to share the poems. Neptune, you can help Yuri put away the tea stuff, right? Yeah, of course. Okay, thanks. The spiral abruptly broken. I'll take care of the cups. Yeah. Yuri picks up the teacups from the floor. I pick up the bag of chocolates. In the end, we are hastily cleaned up without so much as a word between us. I get the feeling this is something neither of us have ever courage to build up. And this again. Let's see what you've written today. Yuri stares at the permanent smiling expression on her face. Do you like it? Neptune, this one might even be better than yesterday's. How did you even pick up on this so quickly? Just yesterday I was telling you this kind of the technique is worth practice. Maybe that's why. You did a good job explaining. I really wanted to try keeping it more imaginary. Well, Yuri visibly swallows. Even her hands appear sweaty. I'm not used to this. Used to what? I don't know. It's fine, I'll take your time. Yuri breathes and collects her thoughts. I know that Yuri likes to think before she speaks, so I offer that patience to her. Yeah, just being appreciated like this, I guess. Probably sounds really stupid, but seeing someone motivated by my writing just makes me really happy. Are you saying you've never shared your writing before? Yuri nods. Really, I don't believe it. I really only write for myself, and besides, people would just laugh at me. Do you really think that? Yuri nods. Hmm. Even your close friends. Yuri doesn't respond to that. I wonder why. Anyway, do you want to share the poem you wrote today? Yeah, I do. If it's fine with you, okay.
Oh yeah, I forgot she wrote like a fucking crap. The raccoon. It happened in the dead of night while I was slicing bread for a guilty snack. My attention was caught by the scuttering of a raccoon outside my window. That was, I believe, the first time I noticed my strange tendencies as an unordinary human. I gave the raccoon a piece of bread, my subconscious well aware of the consequences, well aware that a raccoon that is fed will always come back for me. The enticing beauty of my cutting knife was the symptom. The bread, my hungry curiosity, the raccoon, an urge. Jeez, the moon increments its phase and reflects that much more light off my cutting knife. The very same light that glistens in my eye of my raccoon friend. I slice the bread fresh and soft. The raccoon becomes excited, or perhaps I'm merely projecting my emotions onto the newly satisfied animal. The raccoon has taken to following me. You could say that we've gotten quite used to each other. The raccoon becomes hungry more and more frequently, so my bread is always handy. Even every time I brandishe my cutting knife, the raccoon shows me his excitement, a rush of blood, classic Pavilion conditioning. I slice the bread and feed myself again. Not feed myself again. It was a little more daring with this one than yesterday, I can see that. It's a lot more metaphorical. I don't know if it's my fault, but I'm beginning to imagine what this poem is about. That's right. It's a bit closer to my preference writing style, using the poem as a canvas expressing my vivid imagery and conveying emotions through them. Yeah, if I take it at face value, then I can't even figure out what it's supposed to be. Well, I think it's something that different people can relate to in their own way. I wanted to express the way I feel for me. It feels for me to indulge in my more unusual hobbies. It's those sorts of things I'm usually forced to keep to myself, so I sometimes enjoy writing about them. Why do you keep them to yourself? because they're embarrassing and people would make fun of me. Don't you think anything like that in that time?
Well, yeah, I guess I do. I just don't give a shit what people think, is what I would say.
I feel like everyone has a little something like that. The best we can do is respect each other and our individualities, even if it's difficult sometimes and more things make us uncomfortable. After all, if I hadn't learned to embrace my own weirdness, I would probably hate myself. I might be rating a little bit now, or ranting, sugar, but I'm glad that you're a good listener. You're good at a lot of things, writing, listening. There really aren't many people like you in the time. That's exaggeration a little bit. It's just how I feel. I never thought I would feel so comfortable sharing my writing, but now I almost feel like I look forward to it. It's just a really nice feeling, and you're to thank for that. It's nothing really. Yuri smiles sincerely at me. For just a moment, the timidness seemed to disappear. In any case, that's it for today, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, consider liking and subscribing. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Cheers.